Hi guys, I know that today I was supposed to come up with my vlogs, but I'm so sorry that I couldn't come. Today it is 7th and this video is gonna be posted on 8th March. That's at 6 you are watching me at. Because on 7th March day, there was no light from morning itself. So the light just came at 11 something. By the time I didn't edit my vlog, which I was supposed to post today, but it's on the process of getting posted. And I just thought, why not do a sit down video? I thought, let's just talk something that's happening in my life. I don't know from where to start, but this feels so different. I mean, yes, I had never talked about these and that about my life with you guys, because I am a type of person, I don't like to, expose myself that much, because, of course, being a human, you have to keep some privacy, right? So, yeah, I mean, there are so many things in my life that is going on, and of course, life is hard. Life is hard. Our life is kind of like full of ups and downs. It's all kind of things going on in my life, honestly, and it has been more than a day that I'm not feeling good emotionally. Physically, you guys can see me fit and fine, I'm doing good. But honestly, I'm not feeling emotionally good. I don't know from where to start, but let's just start from the beginning itself. After I was qualified from class 10th, I couldn't go anywhere, nor I could go for further studies, nor I could do other job, nor I could do anything in my life. I mean, I just thought, I will go do some job, I'll do this and that. I was like focusing on my making my career that time, but then situation didn't favor me, and that time I was in such a situation where I was not able to go anywhere, nor I was able to do anything for my career, to do this and that in my life. I was really wanting to do, but maybe that was what my fate, and I just couldn't do anything. After 1 year, I stayed at home for 2 years, and after that I went to do a job. That time my husband, my present husband, he was working there, and we just had some conversation talking about, I'm gonna do this and that job. He was working in one of the resort, and I joined there. I was qualified there, but it was in a resort. I was doing job in a resort that time, so I was like fresher. I trained there for 6 months, and then life was going good only, I would say. Not that perfect, but of course it was going good. I mean, I just thought that I'll be doing this and that, because that time I was innocent. I don't have much idea on this and that about the outer world. Since that time, first time in my life, I was first time from out of my home, and everything was new to me. Everything was new to me. Thought that I'll go do some job, I'll do this and that, but honestly, all of a sudden, I and my husband, we have to get married. Before getting married, you have to keep this in your mind that marriage is not a joke. You have to think, a lot. I mean, that time my husband, he was not on his foot. He was doing job. I mean, we were not fully settled, okay? And we were not fully settled. We settled together. Like, we did a job. From our salary, we brought furnitures at home, some of the important things for our house, like faucet, cabinet, and all. We just did that together. When you are getting married, we just got married. Like, we just stayed together, and slowly we just announced that we are getting married. So when you're at that time, when you are in such situation, think twice whether if you are ready to get married or not. If you are in a puzzle situation where you're like whether to get married or not, what to do, what not to do, please don't take a decision. If you are in puzzle situation, like I was, like I was puzzled. I was out of my mind. Like, I don't had the idea of what I'm doing in my life. I want to say this to young girls listening to me, watching me now. If you guys are still watching, marriage is not a joke, okay? I wish there could be some guidance who could have told me about this and that, but anyways, I just cannot ignore with this fact that I'm already married now. Of course, I thought that after getting married, he will be understanding me. He will be fulfilling my wishes, me my desire. He will be the guy to support me. But life is hard. Okay, after getting married, you'll have a lot of responsibilities, and if you are not standing on your own feet, if you're not ready, if you're not well stand on your feet, then there's going to be a lot of difficulties. You will be suffering in your life like how I did. I mean, yes, of course, we are not always God, like we are always not surrounded with those people who would always love to advise us, who will be showing us, telling us to do this and that. But it is you who have to take decision wisely. And honestly, it's not that I'm regretting after getting married, but of course I do, because to be very honest, now also, since now I'm here in a village, I haven't done anything in my life. I'm not able to do that. I'm not in that position to do that also, because now I'm here in a village. I'm staying in a joint family, and of course you have to be under your husband, under your parents-in-law. So what I have learned is that when you're living in a joint family, you will have a different personalities. People around you, like all the people living in a same house, a group of people will have a different personalities, different thinking, different anger. So it is not that you will be always be the happiest family. You will have to argue, you will have to fight, not like physically fight, but you will have to sometimes fight with your opinion. This what happens in a joint family. I also didn't knew that. So the reason behind we came here in a village was because that time it was a lockdown time, and at that lockdown time I got pregnant. And you guys clearly know that that time everybody was having a financial problem. All the people, they were having a financial problem. So we were having a lot of difficulties during that time. So we had to come here in a village because we were left with no other option. We came here, and to be really honest, my desire was not to stay here in a village like this, because from the beginning itself, before I was married, my thing that I was wanting was always to do a job, to do this and that in my life. But my life got shattered down ever since the day I became pregnant, and the situation also went worse. And that was the second mistake that we did. We didn't plant, it became all of a sudden. But then left with no other option, we came here in a village. That time also we didn't decide that we'll be living here, settle here in a village. But the lockdown just kept on continuing, and I think it took almost 3 years. After 3 years, the lockdown got settled down. And then, like, our family members, my husband's family members, they just kept on telling us that just to stay here in a village because there is nobody to look after our parents-in-law and all. But of course, I mean, of course, we also agreed with the fact that we will also someday become a parents, and we also have to face the same situation. Without thinking much, I didn't even thought about what I was actually wanting. And especially in a Nepali culture, when you are married means you have to stay at husband's home, especially if that family has only one boy. It's like a culture. So I didn't deny it. I just blindly agreed. And that time our girl was really small, and we were having a good time, I would say. But Slowly, I came to realize this, that I was missing something. I'm still wanting, and I was always wanting that. I mean, also life in village is really hard, okay? Especially I was raised in a town. I didn't knew about this work and all. And it was really difficult for me to learn the work. It was really hard for me, okay, to settle here. And of course, I I don't want to say that I don't like to work. Of course, I do like to work, but this was not what I was wanting in my life. I was wanting other thing in my life, but I don't know how to express this with you guys. And I just don't feel good here, to be really honest with you guys. After sacrificing everything what I want in my life, I was actually wanting that to happen, but after sacrificing this and that, even though I don't want to stay, I sacrificed my life for, like, it's okay, I'm gonna stay here. I accept that. But then, you know, after I stayed here for more than years now, so I couldn't get any happiness. I was not always happy, I would say. And of course, the voice was coming inside me that I was really missing something in my life, because this was not the life I was really wanting. And yes, after all my sacrifice, I couldn't get anything from my loved ones. Just forget about my close loved ones. I was cooperating with the my loved ones, sacrificing everything what I want in my life, but what I got was nothing. I was getting nothing, to be really honest, because I was wanting my husband to support me what I was wanting. But it so happens sometimes, when your loved one doesn't even bother about what you want in your life. I mean, I was really wanting my loved one to understand me, that this is not the life I want. Okay, after I came here in a village, we were having a lot of problems. Like, we were having some family problems too, as well. We were having some financial problem. The beginning itself, when the lockdown started, government gave us, especially employees like me who are working in a resort, they were paying us, okay, and life was going really good. After the lockdown got settled, and after they stopped paying us, employee like us, because I was not resigned from the work that time. I was we were forced, we were with no other option, had to leave the work because of the lockdown. So before the lockdown was not settled, life was going good, I would say. And after the lockdown, my life even became worse. Okay, worst. Number one, I was housewife. Number two, I was not earning. And number three, I was really not happy here, because everything is about money, right? When you don't have money, when you don't have your own earning, it feels really bad. I was having a tough life, because it was even difficult for me to ask money to my husband, because nor I was earning, neither he was earning too. I would say I was having a really difficult time that time. I'm not blaming anybody here, but this was the mistake that I made by myself. And at such situation, if you have to make decision, please think back and forth twice, thrice, because once you decided you want this and that, just for the sake for thinking about themselves, but when you are not putting yourself first, putting other first, you regret a lot. Okay, like I did. This was not the life what I was wanting in my life. And still sometimes I have to argue with my loved one, okay? And it feels really bad, especially when you are young and when you are brought up in a joint family. You just don't have the rights to do anything. Plus, even though you want to do this and that, you are like a cage bird. I would definitely say this because this was not the life I was wanting it. And of course, everybody have the rights to live the life like how they want. But I mean, maybe this is what my fate. But I don't agree with this fate and all, because fate, you have to create your own fate. Like, just because of that silly decision, I'm land up here. I mean, of course. So this is how the life got ups and down in my life. Still, it's going ups and down. Okay, guys. Like, you just imagine yourself. If you're not happy staying, if you're not when you're not treated like what you want that person to treat you, I mean, you just imagine yourself. Number one, you are not really happy. Number two, you are not treated like how you want your loved one to treat you. You just imagine yourself. Will you stay or leave? That's my questions for you guys. I'm not blaming anybody telling this, that you did that, you this and that. But I feel like those were the silly mistakes that I had made in my life, and that's where, like, because of that silly mistakes, this is where I land up. But YouTube makes me happy. Yes. Especially living in a village is kind of like, I really don't like village. There are a lot of people gossiping about you, even though you stay good, you stay bad. They are always there to brag you. They're always there to gossip about you. I mean, what's the hell is going on? What's wrong with them? I mean, are we living to stay good for them, or are we living for ourselves? That's why I just honestly don't like to make friends with the villager, especially with those aunties and all. I really don't like to make friends. And that's why I stay consistent on YouTube, because I feel like I feel safe. I feel safe talking to camera like this, talking with my YouTube viewers, and I just feel alive, so good speaking, vlogging. And that's why I tell this every time, that YouTube is my life. If somebody asks me to leave YouTube or my family or be my husband, I would definitely choose YouTube. Because, of course, your loved ones, they're called as loved ones, but when they are not there when you want them, when they are not there treating you well, then what's the purpose of that loved ones? What's the use of that loved ones? So I'm a type of person, if I am with somebody so much into, means I give all my heart and soul to that person. But if that person betrayed me, I honestly, I swear, I don't like to talk to that person. I don't like to share anything. I don't like to look at that person. You guys are my real family. You guys had been there when my loved one was not there for me. You guys just kept on supporting me, watching my videos. And you know, I I swear, if I didn't knew about this YouTube that time when I was here, when I first came here in a village, I wouldn't have lived here, honestly. I would have left this place, because YouTube gives me the courage, makes me confident, and I just don't have the words to describe, but honestly, YouTube is what really makes me happy. And the good news is that I'm so close to 4,000 watch hour, and I do believe I'll be getting my first paycheck on this 21st this month. So let's just hope for the best. And yes, I mean, I hope things gonna change. I really hope. And that's what I mean. I'm really happy, okay? And I had already applied. I was already accepted as a YouTube partner program. Now all I need to wait is to hit that 4,000 completely, and then after that I'll be getting my first paycheck. Guys, for the past few years I was having a really tough time, but I can see that me working hard towards YouTube is rewarding me slowly, and I'm very, very happy. It really makes me even more alive, and all because of you all. Without you guys, I wouldn't have been here, and all because of you all, okay? And I hope you like my video, today's video. So sorry I couldn't come up with a vlog. So I'll see you in my tomorrow's vlog. Till then, stay tuned, stay safe, and bye bye, and good night.